All right, yes, thank you. And we are back for another edition of Whitney's Women. It is the one and only, the super talented, one of my best friends ever in Chicago. It is Whitney Reynolds. Hi.
Hi. Can you intro me all the time just in life when I'm walking down the street? Like,
guys, move out of the way. Here comes the one and only Whitney Reynolds. We're at Starbucks.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I know. Is that the way they can put my name on my coffee cup? I love it, Brady. It's always great to be in here with you. And one of the things I love about this segment is just the way we are able to highlight women that are doing amazing things in Chicago. You know, being a woman entrepreneur, it's hard enough trying to get your name, your brand out there. But when women choose to create making a difference with their platform, that's a huge thing. And so the two ladies that I have in the studio with me today are doing just that, and we have a big walk to talk to you about. I'm going to introduce Courtney first. Courtney, welcome.
Hi, Whitney. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me here today, and thanks so much, Brady, too.
We also have Vicki. Can you say hello?
Hello, Whitney and Brady. Thanks for having me as well.
So today we are talking about the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention's walk coming up. And it is a day that so many people, I want to say thousands, just come together, and it's growing every year. So Courtney, tell us about what's coming up.
Great, yeah. So the Out of the Darkness Chicagoland Walk is coming up on Saturday, September 22nd. We had about 6,000 people last year. I think we're going to get close to 7,000 this year, which is truly amazing and shows that the conversation around mental health and suicide prevention is changing, and people are starting to talk about it, which is fantastic. So the walk will be on September 22nd. It starts at 9 a.m. The site will open, and we'll walk at 11 a.m., and we'll have thousands of us walking along the lakefront raising awareness about suicide prevention.
And it's called Out of Darkness. And Vicki, you have a story actually with your family that speaks exactly to shining light on this issue, because you hope that no one else has to go through what you went through.
Correct. This will be our third walk with Team Soul. I have a foundation, the Reginald and Paul Soul Foundation, which was founded in 2016 after my first brother, Reginald, died by suicide. I just recently lost his brother, Paul, who was 21, this past January. So for my family and myself, this walk is very important. Last 2 years, we had 15 people. This year, we have about 30 walkers on our team, and it helps us to shed some light on suicide prevention, mental health issues, and behavioral health issues. So we walk in hopes that we can be the voice for others.
And Courtney, that's exactly what people are doing when they get these teams together. Like Vicki's family, they come together, and usually in someone's name, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So most people are coming together to remember a loved one. We do have some of the teams that are there for their own struggles, and maybe they've attempted, and so they do come out for different reasons. But a majority are there to remember loved ones as they've lost to suicide, whether that's one family member or multiple. Unfortunately, we do have those circumstances.
So Vicki, this foundation that you created, you get a group together to walk, to raise awareness for it. How important is mental health for you just to shine light on?
It's very important. My foundation work, it extends past the walk. The walk is phenomenal. It's a platform for me to bring other people out to see other people that are suffering and dealing with the loss of a loved one to, death by suicide. But I do events throughout the year, symposiums, seminars to raise awareness. AFSP has been a great resource for me to, assist with getting out clinicians and other individuals in that same genre. So for me, I raise awareness 24/7, and the walk is probably our biggest platform. That's when my family can really see the work and my efforts that I'm doing, because they can see other people that are struggling as well.
Right, and so you said you lost two brothers, and one was how many years prior?
Reginald passed away January 2016. We weren't really sure his reason behind suicide. Paul, his brother, for the past 2 years had been a champion with the foundation, speaking at my symposiums. He was our cheerleader for the walk, and he took his life this January of 2018.
Oh, man. So with that, I feel like the conversation, and this is very personal to me, just even with the Whitney Reynolds show, mental health is such a broad thing that just the stigma needs to be gone, because whether it's me or you or someone that we're passing on the street, we all deal with different types of mental health issues. And I think it's just so important, because here your brother, the second one, was working with the foundation. Yeah. And so it's just important to know that everyone has struggles, guys, and to shine some light on that. What would you want people to know?
To not be afraid to speak up if you're having issues. There are stigmas with race, with religion, and with our community. especially young African American men have a hard time struggling with coming out and saying something's wrong with me. I need help. I need to talk to someone. Also in religion, so sometimes it's taboo, but I want everybody to know that it's okay. And I try to build that platform where I work in a healthcare arena, to provide resources such as AFSP and other clinicians that, can link them to immediate care. So I've also worked with a lot of other kind of local politicians to raise funding, or to get our word out that the funding is needed. So it's a huge platform that is, I think, being addressed now more so. When you say, Courtney?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, and that's what's great about the walk, and I've participated. I remember when my twins were only a few months old, we all walked together, because I think all of us in this world know someone who's been impacted by suicide. And what's beautiful about that day is you can tell there's a lot of different struggles going on, and you don't really know everyone's story, but people are open to talking about it and being very like, here I am, let's come together, let's shine some light. So again, Courtney, let's talk the details about this walk.
Sure. Yeah, so as I said, September 22nd, which is a Saturday coming up not too far from now, the walk will begin, or the site will open at 9 a.m., and the walk will begin at 11 a.m. The day is really about that community that you're talking about. It's about meeting other people that have been touched by mental health, that have lost someone to suicide. Whatever your story may be, or if you just care about the cause, we want you to be out there. The more, there's power in numbers, as we always say. So the more people we have, the greater the awareness. And when you come out for the day, it's not only the walk. We have remembrance activities. We will have comfort dogs there. There's by a group called Inspiring Comfort. Those dogs have actually been at Sandy Hook when they had that school shooting there. So something new each year. We also have different color beads you can wear, so you know what other people's connections are to the cause. It opens up that opportunity to discuss with others why you're there and what your story is. So there's a lot of great activities that take place prior to the walk. We have our program. We'll have some speakers sharing their story, a representative from our national office there. So it's a really special day, and it's really about hope. It's about bringing this issue, as we talked about, out of the darkness and into the light, and being there to know that there's a community and that you can talk about mental health, because it's no different than our physical health, and we need everyone to know that so we can save lives.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, both of you. Vicki, my heart just thanks you for being so vulnerable and open with your story, because I know someone listening today connected with that. So thank you for coming on and sharing that. And Courtney, I hope everyone that's listening is out at that walk. I mean, they got to listen to the radio show too that day, but we want them at that walk as well. So thank you for coming on. Where can people find out more info about you?
Yeah, absolutely. So www.afsp.org/Chicago, and that'll take you directly to the walk site, so you can register or donate. You can come out and walk. You can volunteer, whatever works for you. We would love to have you there.
Thank you so much, ladies, for coming on.
Thanks, Whitney.
Thank you.
And speaking on the stigma that you guys were both mentioning before, I think it's great what you're doing, because it's the education process that's really shifting this whole entire stigma, right? Like before, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you would see people never want to talk about this. But you start to see a little bit more, even on social media, you start to see, hey, I deal with mental health. And it's like somebody that you would never expect, and be like, wow, that dude's strong. He's a strong guy, but wait a minute, he hurts.
Right.
So I think it's amazing what you do. So I just want to say congratulations and keep up the great work.
Thank
you.
For sure. And Whitney, speaking of great work.
Oh my goodness.
Where do we start?
I don't want to
the next season.
The next season,
Should we
yeah.
start there?
And I'm not going to call it the fall season, because I don't want people to start crying knowing that fall's coming. So guys, I know the summer's coming to an end, but my fall season's coming up. So get excited. October 15th, we are kicking things off. We're having a premiere party at River Roast. It's going to be a beautiful night, because what happens now at these premiere parties, not only do you get to come watch the show, but then we do a live after show, which is not recorded.
Come on.
We have these guests there that are on there already on the show live afterwards, and they go a little bit more in depth, and it is just a beautiful evening that you have to be at. So you can go to whitneyreynolds.com for all of the info, or you can find us on any of our social. We have the info is just now being shared about the premiere party, because the tickets go fast, so we want you there. So whitneyreynolds.com. And we're kicking things off with Finding Forgiveness.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a show that will kind of change the way you think about forgiveness, because what you realize is you're the one held captive whenever you don't forgive.
Wow. So have you already filmed some of season 2?
Yeah,
Or what's the
yeah.
next
We're
season?
actually entering into season 9, which is so crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we have already taped our fall shows, so I just can't wait to release them. I'm like, here it comes.
Any little nuggets you want to give us? Come on, give it a little tease, little.
Well, there are so many good ones, and really the Finding Forgiveness, that one, and I was explaining it to the ladies when we were waiting to come in here, it's one of these things that our first guest, his parents were both found in a forest preserved, murdered, and he was taken off air because the station was holding his story because they didn't want him to hear it first on air. And on the way home to go claim his parents' bodies, he knew he needed to forgive the perpetrators.
Wow.
And he walks us through how he forgave them. And in that instant, and for me, I'm one that's generally positive, but I know there's some people that still grind my gears. And sitting in that interview, I thought, oh my gosh, this is one of the most beautiful interviews I've conducted, in the sense of what we all need to learn from that story.
Imagine
and,
if everybody had that type of forgiveness.
well,
what the
yeah,
world
and
would be like, right?
he's raw about it too, and I really appreciate that, because that's what gets our viewers to get to that place and understand where he's coming from and how we can gain knowledge and work through that for a better us.
Wow.
So that's coming up on the Whitney Reynolds Show. I can't wait. I know.
Can't wait.
So
Starting
October
off the season
15th.
with a bang.
Yes.
October
15th, 6:30 p.m. every Monday. So you can check us out this Monday. You can check us out every Monday. But our new season launches October 15th.
And you can check out Whitney Reynolds back for more Whitney's Women, I'm sure,
Yeah.
in the upcoming
Oh
weeks.
my goodness. You know, and WhitneyReynolds.com actually has all of our Whitney's Women as well. So you can check those out. And Brady, I love being with you. The synergy in here. You just you welcome in the ladies. I love it.
Same cheese. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
For more information, check out WhitneyReynolds.com or get social with us. Twitter @Whitney Reynolds or on Facebook, The Whitney Reynolds Show.